open season.
What's going on, guys? It's D-Ben. I hope you all have a blessed day today. And if you enjoy having open conversation to your favorite season, please make sure to subscribe. That being said, let's go. The Edmonton Elks have finally snapped their 22 consecutive home game losing streak against the Ottawa Red Blacks this past Sunday. Here's a little bit of context. Their last win came on October 12th of 2019. And at that point, they weren't even known as the Edmonton Elks. Instead, they were known as the Eskimos. So while the fans were obviously celebrating this big victory, they were as equally relieved as they can now retire their Eskimos jersey and embrace their new ones. Now, the only thing I honestly can't seem to understand in the midst of the Elks losing streak is their head coach and general manager, Chris Jones, not making a quarterback switch a lot sooner. It took him until the 8th loss of the season for Jones to finally insert Canadian quarterback Tre Ford, who was actually a first-round selection of his back in 22. So considering how high Jones selected him in the draft with the 8th pick, it did not make sense why he didn't elect to play him maybe in game 4 or 5. You literally got nothing to lose in doing so. Instead, Jones is seen praising Dustin Crum, quarterback of the Ottawa Red Blacks, ahead of their matchup, this to the Edmonton media. He said he told his defense to be careful as Crum runs the ball very well, then marveled at his ability to scramble and make everyone miss. This is just so ironic since the guy he drafted, Tre Ford, is a far better athlete than Dustin Crum. Not only that, he proved in that game against the Ottawa Red Blacks that he's a capable quarterback as well. In that game, Tre Ford threw for 317 yards, completed 15 of his 18 passes, threw for a touchdown, nearly had another one had Manny Arsenault simply held on to the football. What Tre Ford proved in that game is he can make all the throws. His completion of 15 out of 18 reflected the way he played. He got out the ball to his receivers on time and where they could catch it. Didn't matter if he was dropping back or throwing on the move. He was accurate either way. So when Ottawa's linebacker Javon Santos-Knox told sideline reporter Bree Dort after halftime that the goal was to try and contain Tre Ford, keep him in the pocket, and force him to throw the football, he had made a big mistake. The old saying goes, be careful what you wish for, as Tre Ford proceeded by doing this.
Downfield. If you have him in fantasy, 21.2 fantasy points. Looking for a big chunk here down the field. Got it all the way to the 20.
Again, this was a statement game for Tre Ford, letting everyone know he's the real deal at the quarterback position. And as for his head coach praising Dustin Crum's ability to run the football and escaping tackles, Tre responds with this.
Ford with time. Lots of time. Now he wants to take off. Down to the 5, looking to the end.
And then he displays his 4.4 speed, ran at the combine by doing this.
Going to take off on the run, and look at this person, Tre Ford, down to the 45.
Once Tre Ford gets ahead of his team, it's over. There's no catching him. Ford is simply electrifying on the open field. That's why it made no sense as to why Chris Jones kept him on the bench for that long. So when Tre Ford got his opportunity, he made sure to remind his head coach why he selected him with the 8th pick in the 2022 CFL draft. I'm a game changer.